here for the National Undergraduate Physiology competition, which is into its 4th edition. And this has just been an honor for me to be asked upon to be here as the moderator for this whole competition. My name is Dr. AIIMS, and I'd just like to welcome everyone here. And we have teams coming in from all over India. Those who have been selected from 87 screening teams, and the farthest from which I know and which I've been conveyed upon is from AIIMS Kalyani, all the way from West Bengal. So a big round of applause for them as well, and to all those coming in from Delhi, UCMS Delhi, and AIIMS Medical College, Ludhiana. Welcome everyone. So, as you all know, Claude Bernard, who is also known as and deemed as the father of physiology, a quote which is relevant to the competition which is today, and I quote, "It is what we think we know already that often prevents us from learning." And I hope that today entails something for everyone today. The audience, which will be joining us shortly as well, will be having something for themselves with the audience rounds between these rounds. Now, before we go ahead, we have a set of rounds which are important, which we will be conveying to you in due time. But a brief overview would be that we have a few rounds such as history, recent advances, calculation, audiovisual, clinical cases, transduction, and the most important and the most exciting of all, which is the rapid fire. So indeed, time is of the essence, knowledge is power, and once again, I would like to again welcome you all today, and it gives me great pleasure to declare the National Undergraduate Physiology Competition open. So welcome everyone. I would like to now call upon the esteemed judges for today, our Professor and Head of Department, Dr. Santosh sir, and Professor Dr. Rajay Bhashankar sir, who will now be telling us about the teams which are present today. So.
Good morning, dear students. So today we are having 4th our annual quiz competition, and 5 teams have been finalized. You all know that 87 teams participated and 5 have been qualified. So out of these, 3 are from UCMS only, right? Then one is from AIIMS Kalyani, and then AIIMS Medical College Ludhiana. So I will call Mr. Gitanshu Mittal and V.S. Satvik from UCMS.
Round of applause for them. So they can choose.
You can choose any A, B, C, D, your choice.
Gitansh Mittal and V.S. Satvik have chosen Team D.
Team D. Then Abhinav Gautam and Vaibhav Singla, UCMS.
Abhinav Gautam, Vaibhav Singla, Team C.
Raghav Gupta and Ananya Sahi, UCMS, New Delhi.
Raghav Gupta, Ananya Shahi, Team B.
Then AIIMS Kalyani team, Om Nanda and Shamik Shah. And from AIIMS Medical College Ludhiana, Pooja Jindal and Karnavir Singh Jaji. So AIIMS Kalyani at Team E. E. A is for AIIMS Medical College Ludhiana. So again, I welcome you all to the event. Though the UCMS teams are sitting beside each other, you should be following absolute rules. You have to abide by the rules. There will be no prompting. If there is prompting, you will be debarred from the quiz competition, right? So all the rules again they will be explained by Imam. So we think we should start. So all the best.
So before we proceed, let's go through the general rules for the physiology competition. As everyone's well aware, through all the posts and updates, congratulations to Team ISRO and congratulations to all of us. So, general rules for all. During the quiz rounds, please maintain absolute silence. Please keep your mobile handset on silent mode. However, they may be used for the audience round. To attend or answer the call is strictly prohibited in the lecture hall. Avoid distractions by moving in and out of the lecture hall in between the quiz rounds. Prompting of any kind is strictly prohibited. UCMS, please note. No discussions regarding the questions is permitted in between any of the rounds. And the audience round would be conducted through smartphones, so please make sure that your internet connection is on. Now a brief overview of how the competition is paced. We have the judges, and overlooking these rounds held by each quiz master. The first round, which is of history, which holds 20 points, and the quiz master by Dr. Sunil sir. The time allotted per question will be 30 seconds. The next round moves on to recent advances. 20 points again for this round, and the quiz master will be Dr. Sandeep sir. Again, the question per question it would be 30 seconds allotment. Now, coming on to the calculation round, which is of 20 points each. Dr. Avinash sir will be the quiz master, where you will be given 120 seconds per question. Audio-visual round, the most eagerly awaited for before the rapid fire. 20 points each. Dr. Sandeep sir again becomes a quiz master, and it's 30 seconds per question. Clinical cases, 20 points, and an alumni from a college which is present here, Dr. Varun sir, 30 seconds per question. Transduction, 20 points. Dr. Sandeep sir again, 30 seconds per question. And the last rapid fire round, 50 marks. 50 points, quiz master by Dr. Ruchi ma'am, and the time in seconds would be 90 seconds per question. Alright? Each round we will have a quiz master coming in, and they will be telling you about each rule of those particular rounds. So please be careful about hearing them. If you have any doubts, you can ask them at that during that duration. The scorers available which are present here, Dr. Abhishek, Dr. Devanand, and Dr. Swati. So again, there will be a total of 7 rounds. There is no negative marking except for rapid fire. So as I mentioned before, time is of the essence, and so is your solving technique. So 2 points will be deducted for every wrong answer. That is of importance. You could actually make it or break it with the rapid fire. To answer the question, time limit is 30 seconds, and for calculation round time, 2 minutes. Again, specific rules for each round will be explained by the quiz master in the beginning of that particular round. No multiple guesses are allowed. Answers uttered for the first time will be considered final. So please make sure between yourselves that particular answer should be final amongst yourselves, and that will be considered final. Your answer should be loud and clear as well. And lastly, the decision of the quiz master conducting the round with Dr. Sandeep sir, in consultation with the jury, the judge, will be final and binding to all. We will be displaying the results at the end of each round, so as to know the progress. Alright? And with this, we would like to start with our first round, and I would like to call upon the quiz master, Dr. Sunil sir, in which he will be starting with the history round. A grand applause for him. I would like to call upon Dr. Santosh and Dr. Rajay sir, please accompany us here.
धन्यवाद. ये वेरी कंफर्टेबल है सर.
सब फ्रंट में आ.
Audience round is for mainly audience
Okay, because you should have a break in between. Okay.
If you have any queries, you can ask before starting. Students,
Sir, about passing of questions.
Passing of question, see, per round it is there. In history, sir will be telling. In every passing, at the start of round, you will be told about it.
I will be telling you the rules. So fear has got two literal meaning. Okay? Forget everything and run away, or face everything and rise to the occasion, so that everybody will be proud of you. Your institution, your teachers, your brother, sister, your parents. Okay? So once again, I welcome all of you who have come from the different places. Okay? My best wishes to all of you. Are you ready? Team A to D, A, B, C, D. Shall we start? So first of all, this is the history round, and I will be telling you the rules related to this round. Okay? Now a picture is going to be displayed onto the screen. You will have to identify the name of that scientist. Okay? Now if you are able to identify the name of the scientist, okay, without clue, you will be allotted 10 marks. Okay? Now, if you are not able to identify the name of that scientist, then certain clue will be given to you. On the basis of clue, if you are able to identify the name of that scientist, then 5 marks is going to be allotted to you. Is that clear? Now, related to that scientist, sub question will be asked to you. Okay? Now, there is no clue will be given over here. Okay? Now, if two answer is being expected from you, two reasoning is being expected from you, and if you are able to answer only one, no marks is going to be allotted to you. 2 means 2. Okay? No clue will be given to you, and if you are able to answer it, then 10 marks again will be allotted to you. Is that clear? There will be no passing of the question, number 1, and secondly, there will be no negative marking. Is that clear? And the time allotment, as I have said you, 30 seconds. Is that clear?
Sir, आपको mic ले लीजिए.
Hello. Hello.
इनको mic ले लीजिए. Please pass on mic, okay? Team A.
So, okay. So the first question goes to team A. Okay? Picture is going to be displayed onto the screen, and within 30 seconds you will have to answer it. Full name of the scientist. Okay?
Clue.
Clue? You wanted the clue?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in the experimental animal, injection of certain agents or chemical into the coronary artery, it was followed by apnea followed by rapid breathing, hypotension and bradycardia.
Resolved, sir.
Okay. 10 marks is given to 10, team A.
Plus 5.
Plus 5, yeah, plus 5.
you have taken clue.
Sub question.
Now, related to this scientist, the full name of the scientist by Elizabeth Frederick Albert Van Banter. Now, name any substances or agent causing effect mentioned in the
So radioactive dyes which are used for the
You
measurement.
just have to name them. No need of framing whole sentence.
Radioactive dye and noxious substances.
Right? There are so many noxious agents are there.
And gases.
Hmm?
So like some gases.
your time is up. Okay? So you are not able to answer it. We will show the result also. Okay? So for this round, 0 marks. Serotonin, veratridine, capsuline, and phenylephrine. These are some of the substances, but apart from these substances, there are other substances also, like histamine and so many other substances are there. Okay, now the second portion will go to team B. Okay. Now with reference to the Bandrat scientist, I have to tell you some important clinical importance. Okay. Now in 1867, this scientist, he have derived this veratrin from the root of this veteran album. You can see onto the screen, onto the left hand side, from this plant. Okay, it extracted this chemical, and when you put this extract into the jugular vein of the rabbits, okay, what observation did he find? He found that there is a decrease in blood pressure and the heart rate. Okay, then after what he did the vagotomy of both sides of the nerve. He did the vagotomy, he cut the vagus nerve of both sides of the rabbit. And thereafter he saw the observation that he made, that immediately there is a decrease in blood pressure and heart rate. Okay, and at that point of time, it was known as the veratrin reflex. After 70 years, after this observation, there was another scientist in 1930, Adolf Jenrich. He also did the same experiment, but instead of vagotomy, what he did, he cooled the vagus nerve, and as a result of that, what he found? The same result. From there on, it is to honor those scientists, it has been known as the Bandrat reflex. Now we are moving to team B. Okay? Look. He was a German physiologist and a doctor in a specific nerve energy is named after him.
Mullers.
Okay. You know the full name? Okay, sorry. So, this is, shall I give 10 marks? No, 5 marks, sorry.
5 marks.
On the lecture, 1 mark. So,
Next question.
now, this is related to tell where the leg and the hand representation in the post gradus with reference to the representation of body somatic sensory area and post center gradus.
So the leg is clockwise from the downwards and the head is downward to this basically. That's in between.
Where is the leg?
It's downwards.
And
The head is in between. Like, firstly there's thumb and then.
you are just saying the opposite idea.
Post central gap.
Time is up. Okay. So since the answer was wrong, no marks is being awarded. You can see the representation over here. This is the answer. Legs are on the top and the head is at the foot. This was the correct answer which was expected from the people. Okay, some of the important contribution by the scientist. Now, this scientist has got a illness of depression, and he has found in his life constant financial problem. Okay. Now, the financial problem was due to the instrument which he bought for the experiment which he was doing, and there was a financial constraint. Now, he has written a handbook of the physiology of man between 1833 to 1840. And during this period, he has written 8 volumes. Okay? And every volume speaks for themselves. Those are very important books. Okay? It is available on the net. He also studied mechanism of secretion showing relation of blood capillaries to the globular structure. He also discovered chondrin, gluten, and study digestion and recognize cellular characteristics. He has done a lot of work in the comparatively anatomy. He has authorized comprehensive work on the anatomy of amphibian, including reptiles, and not the least, he described several new species of snakes. Okay? Now we are moving to team C now. Are you ready? Team C? Yes. Q. Yes, that is one of the popular textbook of medical physiology which has been translated in many languages. Johnny Hall? No, wrong. So 0 marks is awarded. Now related to this scientist, sub-question here becomes the sub-question. The name of the scientist by Arthur Guyton. What would happen to the rate of lymph flow with the changes in capillary pressure and plasma colloid osmotic pressure? Tell whether the rate of lymph flow increases, decreases with the increase and decrease in the capillary pressure. And the rate of lymph flow increases or decreases plasma colloid osmotic. There are two answers expected from you.
Rate of lymph flow in capillary pressure would increase, and in the rate of lymph flow with respect to plasma colloid osmotic pressure would decrease.
The first answer that you gave was right, but the second was wrong.
So would we be getting half marks?
No.
The second part of it.
So if we got one question right, so should we get 10? If the question was
It
10,
has not been subdivided. We are expecting full marks. Later on, you will see if two causes has been asked. Then if you are able to answer only one cause, then also you will not getting any marks. Okay? Is that clear? Okay, the second part. This was the answer. Okay?
just a question. The question was asked that whether the rate of lymph flow would increase or decrease in context to rise in plasma load.
See, the final decision has to be taken by the jury members sitting at the back.
Capillary pressure with respect to capillary pressure as well as with respect to colloid osmotic pressure. So you have to tell, na, two statements were made there. So you have to tell the rate of lymph flow increase or decrease. So clear cut it was written. Still you were not telling them. It's your mistake, na.
That's why I told you initially if you have difficulty, please ask.
Both answers are correct.
Rules was initially depicted to you.
Okay. So for this 0 marks will be awarded to team C.
1 second, sir. 1 minute. All the team members, please pay attention. You have to stick by the rules. If you don't understand it, please ask. Don't get messed in between the event of the quiz.
Before starting the timer, you should clarify the question. If you don't understand the question, you ask the get it clear from the.
Before you speak it out, just think for a moment. Even if you are looking at the picture, just wait for few seconds. Okay. Now, this scientist has worked in many areas of cardiovascular regulation, which has made understanding of the cardiovascular. He has done a lot of work as far as the cardiovascular system is concerned, such as hypertension, heart failure, and edema. As he have also explained so many concepts like cardiac output, venous rate, negative interstitial pressure, edema, renal pressure, necrosis, long-term blood pressure regulation, and so on. The list is endless. Okay. Now the question goes to team D. Okay, are you ready? Okay. Okay. It is named after one of the basic instruments for the animal experiment which involves the use of primary and the secondary coil.
Statograph.
You have to identify name of the scientist. Your time is up. Okay? So 0 marks. Now related to this question, the subset is as follows. The name is D. Boyce Raymond. Okay, this is the full name of the scientist. Now name the instrument and tell any two factors which will increase the strength of induced current in this instrument setup.
Number of coils.
First is the name of the instrument. Name of the instrument.
Transformer.
We are expecting 3 answers for you. Name of the instrument and two cause. So time is up. Okay? So no marks will be given to you. The name of the instrument was Davis Raymond induction coil. And the second part of the answer was distance between the primary and the secondary coil and the angle between the primary and the secondary coil. These are the 3 answers which were expected from you. Okay? Now finally to the team E. Okay? Now with the reference to this scientist, he was born in the Berlin. His father was a watchmaker. He had worked with John Mueller and various renowned scientists. He was the first to discover the peripheral passage of a nerve impulse was accompanied by an electrical discharge. That was the action potential. Okay? He was also a very renowned teacher at that point of time. Okay. Team E.
E.
He has derived an equation which tells us the relation between flow and the radius of the vessel.
No prompting.
Bernoulli. Bernoulli.
You will love this answer? Bernoulli?
Yes.
This is wrong. Okay.
Puzzle equation.
This is Pauli equation, the name of the scientist.
Next question. सर एक मिनट रुको आप बताइए ना. This is second question.
This is the second question, okay? Okay. Sorry, sir.
Start.
Name Pauli equation. A B plus C है क्या इक्वेशन का पूरा बताना है.
So the rate of flow of the fluid in the vessel is directly proportional to the force power of the radius.
That's all.
That's it.
Equation you have to write. Can you write on the paper? If you write, you will get the correct answer. All components should be there in the equation.
Time is up, sir.
Time
Time
is
is
up.
up. And you have got more time also because of our mistake.
This was the equation. Okay. Related to this scientist, he was a French physiologist and a physicist. He was interested in the flow of human blood in the narrow tubes, inventing the U-tube mercury manometer or hemodynamimeter to measure the arterial blood pressure in the horse and dog. Okay, with this we have completed the first round of the history. Score please.
So scores after the round 1 is Team E from the Dayanand Medical College has scored 5 points, the Team B Raghav Gupta, Anya Sai from the UCMS Delhi has scored 5 points. Team C, Abhinav Gautam and Vaibhav Singla from UCMS Delhi has scored 0 points. Team D, Gitans Mittal and VVS Satvik also from UCMS Delhi has scored 0 points. And Team E, Om Nanda and Samik Saha from AIIMS Kalyan has scored 0 points.
So we will move to next round, but before next round, we will just we will give some break for them, and we will now try to get up our audience with the audience round. Okay. So all of you know, you will keep your mobile ready. So this is history audience. I think all of you know how to play this round.
अरे यार एक पानी की बोतल देना इसको.
Other student, participant, do you know about this? I think you might have used this Kahoot. So you have used. So 40, it is restricted to 40. So those who will answer fast, they will. Yasesh, next round should we start from A only or should we start from E?
Participant.
Hmm?
I think we should reverse now.
Participant agree? Yes, E. Okay, we will do one thing, we will start with B, then C, then D, like that. So 13 student has joined. So there is less competition for this round. No, not PG. It is undergraduate PhD. No faculty also. So students start. Anybody want more time, audience? So I will start.
सुनो पानी इनको पास कर दो, तुम पास कर देना इसको.
So so there are 3 rounds. There are 3 questions, not single question. Okay. Time is up. So next question, this is the final round. Final question. Don't prompt about yourself, otherwise you will not. 1 minute is there for this question. Please think and answer. So now let's see who is the topper. Third one is SD. Who is SD? Second is Mohit. And first is? Who is A? Pakka hai na tu? So please come forward. I will ask our judges to come and give him prize. There is a certificate is there and diary is there. Certificate name we will write afterwards. Okay, sir. So now we are going to start with the second round. Second round I will just take 1 minute because I want to just audio because audio was not coming. नहीं ऑडियो राउंड फोर्थ है वही काउट का ऑडियो नहीं प्ले हो रहा है So now we are going to start with the second round, that is recent advances. So as you know that being in the medical field, you have to update yourself with the recent advances. Okay, but don't worry, from first year over, don't expect that you should know all recent advances. What we are asking here is, we are not asking you what are the recent advances. We are telling you some facts, what are the recent things, and we are asking you related questions. So don't worry. It is questions will be from physiology only. These recent facts will be helpful for our audience as well as you. So first of all, again, there are general rules. So picture would be displayed or interesting fact will be told, and there will be some two sub questions will be there. It will be little bit related. It is not exactly, but some relation will be there. So maximum 20 points are there. So again, two sub question, 10, 10 each. Okay, so here again we are following all or none law. If you utter a single double word which is incomplete, you get 0. Otherwise, you get 0 full marks if you are answered properly. Okay, so 30 seconds. There is no negative marking, no passing. So let's start. So there is a new drug known as mavastatin. My pronunciation may not be so good. Mavastatin is a new drug for treating obstructive hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. This question is to team B. This mavastatin, it reduces sarcomere hypercontractility by modulating beta cardiac isoform of the myosin to reduce its ATP's activity, thus reducing acting myosin cross missing. So ultimately it is causing ventricular relaxation. So that was some interesting thing about new drug known as mavastatin. So now related to this, you can say related to this fact, your question is, team B ready? How many sarcotubular systems are present in the given sarcomere? Justify. Your time starts now. Please take complete 30 seconds. Don't be hurry to answer. Sarcomere is shown, and you have to tell how many sarcotubular system are present in this particular group of muscle, in this sarcomere. Time is up. So you get 0 marks for this team B. What happened?
I said when you said take your time, it doesn't mean take all your time.
So are you ready with second question? Okay, you want to answer now? Huh?
Is it 3?
So why you are not told? So why it was 3?
It's a diet system. So
No, still you got 0 marks because your explanation is wrong. Can you tell me what is the location of sarcotubular system in cardiac muscle? Can you tell? Okay, any other participant? But non-competitive. मैं point नहीं दूंगा मैं. Other participant? बता सकते हो? Audience? Yes, Z. So how many? Here you can say ideally 2, but यहाँ since you have shown Z line 3, तो 3 भी हो सकता है ऐसा. 2 or 3 was correct with proper explanation. Okay. So now next question. Don't worry. Next question is very easy. How excitation contraction coupling in the skeletal muscle is different from the cardiac muscle? Your time starts now. Time has started. Okay.
In cardiac muscle, it is calcium-induced calcium release.
Yes, right.
But in skeletal muscle, it doesn't happen that way.
Okay.
This is rhinoid.
Excellent. Good. Full marks. So I have told you. Next question is easy. So these are the answers. So this diagram you might be knowing. So here there are various differences is shown between skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle. This is per se it is excitation contraction coupling. Okay. So now we will go to recent advances to team C. Ready? So now again there is a new drug called as Leqvio. It is approved by FDA for lowering cholesterol level. It is given in form of subcutaneous injection every 3 months initially. It is said to act by decreasing production of protein that keep circulating cholesterol level high. So this is a new drug, okay, Leqvio, which has been used for reducing cholesterol level. So should I ask question? Ready?
Yes.
So during cellular uptake of cholesterol, endocytosis play a role. Name various specialized protein, any two, playing role in endocytosis or exocytosis of various substances. It is not just cholesterol. Second.
PCSK9 protein helps in the recycling of the exocytosis of the vesicles. The pro-protein converting subtilism kinase 9. PCSK, the pro-protein converting subtilism kinase 9 protein, which is responsible for the recycling of the LDL receptors, which helps in the recycling of the exocytosis of the vesicles. One
Clathrine is correct, but this second option, I am not sure about it. So I will discuss with judges. So can you repeat?
The PCSK.
So I am not telling you are wrong. We will just discuss. Just tell
the PCSK9 protein.
PCSK9 protein.
Basically, the question asked that what proteins are involved in.
Okay, no, we are not telling that you are wrong. Okay, you are just
Hold for a second.
See, in this field, even some answer also we may not be knowing. Okay, so that is why we are just confirming. Okay.
Basically involved in the degradation of the LDL.
Present in the liver uptakes the cholesterol. So So it is sometimes stimulating for the degradation of the
Exactly.
It is helping. It's not that it's in the liver. In the liver, it's a receptor is there. It is mean that
So it's not in liver, it's in the tissues.
But there are so many common proteins involved in the exocytosis endocytosis. Question is exocytosis, not in the uptake of Can we get this mark after 5 minutes to carry on with the quiz?
Okay. I will ask next question. Okay. अभी नहीं, ये judges are taking time. We will just confirm.
The binding protein.
So you get 0 mark for this. We can't help. Okay. So now question 2. Don't worry. Question 2 is okay. So what is the action of catecholamine in lipid metabolism? That is triglyceride in adipose tissue, and how does it exert its action? So your time starts now.
Catecholamines are responsible for increasing the CMP levels, the cyclic AMP levels, which in turn is responsible for activating the enzymes which are responsible for lipolysis of the triglycerides. This AMP-dependent protein kinases, it will increase its level, which would be the.
Can you tell me enzymes where it is acting, and because of that that triglyceride
lipase, it is responsible for activating.
What?
Hormone sensitive lipase.
Yes. I think we should give marks. Full marks. Plus 10. See, various proteins which are involved are clathrin, otamer, dynamine, caveolin, adaptin. So these are some of the protein, and in addition to that, there were some other protein like you might have told synaptovalins, snap protein, even that we could have accepted. So now we will go to team D. So this was our next, which we have answered correctly. So this is a process. Okay. So now we will go to team D. Ready? There is a new drug known as tirzepatide, which is an injectable drug to control sugar level in diabetes mellitus. It has a glucagon-like peptide and glucose-dependent insulinotropic polypeptide activity. So this is new drug which is acting like these transmitters. So clinical trial for this was known as SURPASS clinical trial. So now your question is, ready? Should I display question? GLP and GIP are intestinal hormone causing insulin release, right? So name any other two intestinal hormones beside this which cause insulin release, and your timer starts.
CCK and secretin.
Yes, good. So plus 10 for this question. Team D. Now second sub question, we will move to second question. A diabetic patient is recently diagnosed as hypertensive. What would happen if he started with beta blocker group of drug? So your timer starts now. Beta blocker are some antihypertensive. So what will happen to glucose level?
It would increase further because of the beta blockers stop catecholamines from acting on cells.
Okay. And you can also tell action of beta blocker on insulin release. I think we should give them marks because they have told about catecholamines. Judges?
The question doesn't partly they answered, but it doesn't say, the question doesn't say why. Just ask what happens, and they've answered why. What happens? That is not correct. They are not
Increases further.
Increases, but you have not told
What would happen?
what will happen.
What would happen?
the main thing they have not touched. Yeah. That's the
What will happen means you have to justify also, na? What will happen to that? if they are started with beta blocker and reason. So 0 marks for this.
Happen in comes in also why you have to justify it.
So your first answer was correct. Gastrin secreting CCK. In addition to this, ghrelin is also there. So beta blocker inhibit insulin release, thus it is causing level of glucose level to increase. So I have given you clue also about action of insulin. So team D. So these are some of the factors which stimulate and which inhibit release of insulin. Team D, are you ready? Team not team T, team E.
Yes, sir.
So your question is not this, don't worry. Can you tell me what is this? No? Can you see something? So it is a 3D printing. So a new technology called 3D printing of organs called bioprinting can help to create artificial organs which are not rejected by immune system. Okay, so we will be asking some question related to this. Post-tissue transplantation, patients are started with certain medications. You might be knowing it. Name the probable action which should be exerted by these drugs so as to avoid rejection. See, drug's name is not expected. You can tell how it will help to avoid rejection. Time is running up.
Sir, cortisol.
Drug name, cortisol will do what?
Immunosuppressive drugs, sir, it will stop the production of the prostaglandins and
One.
It will also inhibit T cells from actually acting on the
Again, more.
MSC1s.
Again, more. You have told one prostaglandin.
Yes.
Another?
No.
Just now what you have told because your time is up.
Innate immunity, sir, it will inhibit by T cells, the MSC1.
Okay. So we will give plus 10 for this sub question. So now your next question is what is the basis of diversity of immunoglobulins? Your timer has started.
So the diversity basis is caused by basically the immunoglobulin has two chains, heavy chain and the light chain, and each has the DD chain, the light chain and chain. The light chain has DD only. And the basis is caused by the number of interactions in between the genes that will actually translate these proteins, and also the fact that the T cells are there is actually mutation, somatic mutation, not a mutation in the cells, which will actually cause the diversity.
Okay, so I think we should give this because they have told variable segment, D segment, J segment, and you could have used the word variable recombination. So, but still, so these were the answer. You were using glucocorticoid. You can use glucocorticoid, azathioprine, cyclosporine. So drugs name were not expected. So these are the way by which you can do preventing T cell activation. Cytokine, prostaglandin is one of the cytokines. So that way, and genetic basis of diversity. So these were second point. You were telling about some second point. Okay. Rearrangement. So can we go to yes? What? Mike, please. Mike. So team A ready? So there are various paraplegic patients because of various injuries. So it is like through spinal implants and electrical stimulation, scientists were able to help patients with severe spinal cord injury to restore voluntary motor impulse within few days after turning off their devices. Means these devices has to be turned on, and they were ready to move. So these implants can send signal through various motor neuron and they are initiating the activity. So related to question is this: what is the final common pathway through which signal go to muscle? And timer has started. What is the final common pathway through which signal are going to muscles? No prompting.
So through the corticospinal tract where there are promoter neurons.
Yes, you get full 10 marks for it. For question 2, what is the first reflex response? Here, deep tendon reflex, sorry, the spelling mistake is there, or action of muscle which appear as spinal shock we saw. I hope you know spinal shock. So, what is the first reflex which occurs as spinal shock we saw? DTR, deep tendon reflex.
Paraplegic flexion.
Paraplegic flexion is not.
Flexor reflexes would be.
No, you are attempting and you are not telling it correctly, so you get 0 mark. One rule, I think you have not seen it carefully. One rule is that whatever you are telling, that will be first answer. अगर आप बाद में बदलते जाएंगे तो that is trial and error. Okay, till now some mistake you have done, so this will not be permitted. Whatever you are telling, you take full 30 seconds. Around the end of 30 seconds, you can start your answer. And then you will continue. It is not that answer should be completed within 30 seconds. Around the end of 30 seconds, you can start and you can continue. But you should start your answer. So for this, you get 0 marks. So this was correct. So as mentioned in your GANO, it is mentioned the slight contraction of leg flexors and adductors in response to knocks.
You missed. It is paraplegic flexion. Flexion is not there. You should give him mark. Second line is said, but initially has flexor response.
Okay, then we will give. So 10 marks. Okay, slight contraction of leg flexors and knee jerk. Okay, so this way we have come to the end of second round. That was recent advances round. Okay, so don't worry, team C, you are looking a little bit unhappy. So by the time we will see the score
At the end of round 2.
10 plus 10, actually.
So the scores after round 2, that is the recent advances round, the team A from Dayanand Medical College has scored 20 points in this round, so their total score is 25. Team B from UCMS Delhi has scored 10 points in this round, so their total score is 15. Team C from UCMS Delhi has scored 10 points in this round, so their total score is 10. Team D, also from the UCMS Delhi, has scored 10 points, so their total score is 10. Team E, AIIMS Kalyani team, has scored 20 points, so their total score would be 20.
So you should tell who's leading, who's coming second. First is A.
First is on the first court, the team A, the Dayanand Medical College team with the score 25. Then team B, AIIMS Kalyani team with the 20 points, and then team B with a score of 15 points from UCMS Delhi.
Audience, are we ready now? You should write your name properly, na? Otherwise anybody can object ki how One student can win all. Only 17 have joined till now. So should we start? Or anybody is taking more time? Huh? Huh. So I think I will start. Super tester have heightened sensitivity to test, particularly super testers. The next question. His bundle electrogram is being used in the patient with heart block. Which of the following waves is not recorded in HBE, his bundle electrogram? 1 minute is there. You can even take the help of books also. 1 minute is there.
Books, Google, ChatGPT,
Last 30 seconds. इतना टाइम लेके भी आपने Now last question. In athletes doing strenuous activity, menstruation stops. This has been related to which hormone? Which hormone or which substance? By the time now you should be ready with third round. Okay. So third round is I think calculation round. So I will be giving you calculators. And 2 minutes are there. Calculators there. Oh. See. Last 2 seconds. So let's see who is the topper. So I will ask Ragini ma'am and Rekha ma'am to come and give the prize. Name we will write afterwards, okay? Now I will call Dr. Avinash sir to continue with further round. That is calculation in physiology.
Good afternoon to all the participants and to the audience as well. So all the participants get ready for this calculative round actually. So physiology indeed have some equations and some calculations inbuilt in it. So let's check your calculative abilities. Okay, so here I am showing you the general information and rules. So unit, while answering, the unit is must and also take care of the signs, negative signs or positive signs. Second, you will be provided with calculator, and if you require any log value, it will be also told to you. So maximum points for each question in this round are 20 for each right answer. Okay, you will be getting a problem. And if
second calculator इनको दे दो.
tell the right answer, you will be getting 10 points. And for the steps or for formula of calculation, another 10 points. So now there are total 20 points. Total time for this round is 2 minutes for each question. Passing is permitted if the team does not answer anything or say pass. And finally, passing is permitted with no additional time. So if the question is passed, if the team is not able to answer the question or say nothing, then the question will be passed automatically to the next team. So next team should be ready, no additional time will be provided to them. So for past question, maximum marks will be 10, and for part solution, 0 marks. Okay, so they have to tell correct answer with proper steps and formula. There will be no negative marking for this round. So we'll start from team A. Okay, team C. So team C, here is your question. So question for team C is, what would be the renal threshold for glucose if the ideal transport maximum TMG of all the nephrons for glucose is 200 mg per minute? Your time starts now. These are the parameters from which you are supposed to calculate the renal threshold. So time is 2 minutes. Take your own time till the limit and try to answer question by the end of second minute.
First circle is 1 minute. Okay, there are 2 circles. This is 1 minute. Second minute. Click करो ना.
Okay, so the question has been passed to team B. You have to tell quickly, team B. Okay, I think team D hasn't correct guess. So let's check the answer. The correct answer is 200 mg per dl or 2 milligram per ml. So that is the correct answer, and these are the steps. Okay, so we'll move to next question, which is for team D. Zero. So here is the next question for team D. A 23-year-old female was exposed to cold environment of 25 degrees centigrade. Since her homeostatic mechanism were intact, her temperature fall from set point of 37 degrees centigrade to 36.5 degrees centigrade. If you take other scenario where her homeostatic mechanism is dysfunctional, due to which her temperature falls to 25 degrees centigrade, calculate gain of this system from the given data. Your time starts now.
Question carefully.
You need to calculate the gain of this system, thermoregulator system.
Is the answer negative 49?
No, that is not the correct answer.
No, sir.
We can't pass this question.
Steps.
Yeah. What are the steps?
Gain is equal to compensation upon change in the set thing. So the change which actually occurred was 0.5, the decrease which happened, and the body could restore could compensate 24.5 degrees.
So let's take the solution, but that is not the correct answer. So here we have solution for this.
This is something, no? We will not get.
They have answered, okay? If they didn't say anything or they say pass, then only it will be pass, okay? So the answer is minus 23. So set point is 37. This is error, this is change, and this is correction, and the gain is correction by error, that is 23. Okay, now let's move to team E. Yeah. No, you will be getting calculated. Okay. पास होगा तो उनके तरफ जाएगा नहीं कैलकुलेटर पे.
Calculator है ना आपके पास?
So here is the question. Team E, team E, are you ready? Yes. Okay. So this is the question for team E. If 2% calcium chloride is added to ECF, how much milliosmoles are added to ECF? Atomic weight of calcium and chloride is 40 and 35 gram respectively. Your time starts now. Team E, you have another 1 minute.
So the answer is 180.
No, it is not the right answer. So Pass करना solution. Yeah, what is the solution? What are the steps you followed?
Steps being 2% CaCO2 means 2 grams of CaCO2 in 100 ml of water. So that means we have the given rate of the substance and we have the molecular weight that is 40 plus 5 times 2 is 110. So we divide 2 by 110, you get the number of moles and multiply that by 100, 1000, you get the number of millimoles.
That is not the correct answer. Let's check. The formula is also correct for 100 ml, but ideally we use for 1000 ml. Okay. So when it is 1000 ml, then only it becomes molar solution. Okay. So yes, for steps and formula, shall we give?
I think we should give.
For steps, they are all correct steps, but not the correct answer. Okay, let's see. So this is the solution. The correct answer is 543 milliosmoles. Okay, how come 543 milliosmoles? The 2% calcium chloride means 20 gram in a liter. So there are 20 by 110, that is equal to 0.181 moles of calcium chloride. 1 mole of calcium chloride equals to 3 osmoles. Okay, so we need to calculate osmoles.
Can you see the question?
No, why do you want to put
It was written moles only, millimoles, not osmoles. Milliosmoles.
Yeah, we want in milliosmoles. Answer in milliosmoles.
Here says 180 milli.
That is not the correct answer, no? Anyways, okay. Either osmoles or milliosmoles. Okay, the figure matters. So the correct answer is 0.543 osmoles or 543 milliosmoles. Okay. So yeah.
Because that was very important.
They are missed. Though they were correct, crucial steps, 2 steps were correct. But later 3 steps were incorrect.
Okay, so no marks for this team E.
So 5 other 8 be incorrect.
Calculator gives it in B.
So next question for team A and calculator with team B as well. So here is the question for team A. Calculate functional residual capacity from the given data. The method used was the nitrogen washout method. The concentration of nitrogen in the collected air is 5%, volume of collected air is 50 liters, and concentration of nitrogen in the air taken in is to be 80%. Your time starts now. No, that is not the correct answer. Can you tell us the steps? Do you have any formula or steps?
The concentration of nitrogen in the air minus the concentration of nitrogen in the collected air divided by concentration of nitrogen in air into volume of air collected.
Sorry, that's not the correct solution for that problem. So let's check what is the correct solution. The correct answer is 3.125 liters. And these are the steps. C1V1 is equal to C2V2. That is the major formula or equation which is used here. The correct answer is 3.125 liters. Okay, the last question of this round is for now team B. Okay, so calculator with team C as well. So the last question for this round goes to team B. So team B, are you ready? Here is your question. Calculate the velocity of blood flow in the aorta from the following data. If heart rate is 80 beats per minute, end diastolic volume is 100 ml, end systolic volume is 60 ml, and diameter of aorta is 20 ml. You need to calculate velocity of blood flow. Your time starts now.
Is it 3 centimeter per second?
3 centimeter per second.
Per minute.
No, that's not the correct answer. What are the steps?
First, we calculated the stroke volume from end diastolic volume and end systolic volume, and as it gives us the flow, so we calculated out from the diameter of the aorta. Diameter 20 mm, radius would be 10. So pi r square, and then we get Q is equal to AB, so we get the velocity.
But your answer is not true.
We took the diameter, we took the radius in place of diameter, that we did wrong.
Yeah. So, Tejas, what's your take? The steps followed are.
Last step they missed. Other steps are correct.
Yeah. So, shall we give them?
Steps are correct.
Steps to mention correctly, solution is wrong.
This is the only team which has scored 10 marks.
Okay, 10 marks for this team. So, these are systematically invested points for this round for only team B. Okay, now I wish all the best for the next round. Dr. Sandeep will take over.
So the steps are there.
The correct answer is 1019 centimeter per minute. That is the velocity of blood flow. Yes, this is the equation based on Ohm's law. And these are the steps. Thank you.
So by the time scorers are ready with their calculation, we will go to again audience.
To the round 3, the calculation. The TA has scored 0 points in this round, so their score would be 25. Team B, the only team which has scored 10 points, so their total score would be 25. Team C also has scored 0, so their total score would be 10. Team D also has scored 0 points in this round, so their total score would be 10. and team B also has scored 0. So their total score would be 20. So in the top position, the team B, the team A from the Dayanand Medical College, and team B, the joint position of first, and the team E at the second position in Salyan.
So also don't worry, there are almost 3 rounds are remaining and one rapid fire round is there which is the highest score in you. 50 points round is remaining. So don't worry. So audience. He is not a doctor. So should I start? 17, 18, 40 can join, but I think only 40 students, even 40 students are not there. Okay, I am starting. Audience, should I start? अरे yes or no तो बोलो. Now these questions are very easy, okay? इनके जैसे टफ क्वेश्चन नहीं है. तो सबके करेक्ट आने चाहिए. Calculator screen. The question is easy, so your how fast you answer that will matter. Last question. ये थोड़ा टफ क्वेश्चन है. So I think I have given 1 minute. 1 minute is there. Calculate data ranging frequency in hertz if tuning for frequency used is 100. So there is tendency on from your side to just keep this experimental practical. Last 5 seconds. So let's say who is the winner. Harshit, who is Harshit? I think he might be a virtual participant because YouTube link is also there. I'm not sure, but so if Harshit is watching us, you can contact 9039769805 and you can collect your prize. Harshit, are you here? YouTube एक बार चेक कर लो मेरे को. Harshit, please listen. हाँ. Okay. पक्का हर्षित यहाँ है नहीं ना? हर्षित अपने बैच में है क्या? नहीं, जो कोई पार्टिसिपेंट भी हो सकता है जो इस टीम में था. चलो, so now we will move to third round, fourth round, and this time we are starting with which team? D. Team D we are starting. So again, now first I will be displaying the rule. So see here again we are displaying video pictures, but motto behind showing video picture is just entertainment of the audience. Some related question will be told to me, some related question will be there, but as such we will not ask you to identify from that particular video. Okay? So again maximum 20 points are there. If unable to answer first sub question, we will tell answer if it is related. Otherwise, both will to go in the end. Score awarded again 0 or 10. I have told you that complete answer is must. ऐसा नहीं आप रुक के थोड़ा कुछ बोल के रुकना नहीं है. Complete answer is must. No negative marking, no passing. अभी from this time onward there is no passing. सिर्फ calculation में था passing. Otherwise there is no passing. So let's start. So I think by this time you have guessed what is the question. So your question is first. So this clip is up. All of you have seen movie Pathan. I think all of you might have seen. So this clip is from movie Pathan, where chemistry between Tiger and Pathan is displayed. Tiger has been shown to give painkiller to Pathan. So Tiger and Pathan are masters in their field, and you are also you are representing Pathan and Irfan. So all of you are Pathan and Tiger of your college. So big clap for all these participants. So your question is, okay, can you guess question will be from which topic? Yes. So your question is, there are wide variety of nociceptive receptors which can be stimulated by wide variety of stimuli. These stimuli activate receptors which are the family of non-selective cation channels which are called as TRP channels. Some stimuli activates TRPA1 receptors. So your question is, Take the full form of PRPA1 receptor. Timer has already started. 30 seconds. Team D.
No prompting.
No prompting. अरे टाइम इज अप जरा ध्यान ही नहीं बताओ मैं बता के भी मार्क्स तो नहीं मिलने वाले इट इज ट्रांजिएंट रिसेप्टर पोटेंशियल ankyrin okay so that is full form ankyrin was also expected full form was expected so don't worry second question is very easy so no prompting all of you know this answer okay tell any one example of referred pen and explain it with any one theory you have to explain it time has started first decide one example and explain it with theory any one theory
cardiac pain is referred to the tip of the shoulder.
first part correct
And they're supplied by the same nerve, basically, dermatome.
yes or any other theory you got 10 marks you have got 10 marks still can you tell any other theory
Convergent pain too.
yes convergence or
Same embryonic origin.
cell embryology origin okay so for them this they get 10 marks transient receptor potential ankyrin and these are some of the theories dermatomal convergence facilitation experience theory so these are some of the examples now team E ready
Yes.
which is this movie which is this movie that is not the question but so which was this movie so I think they have already guessed what is the question so this clip is from movie Bhola so here music sound is played to disrupt communication between villains in the story so the question is what is masking timer has started
Sir, due to the external loud noises, sometimes we cannot hear the main sound that is like anyone person is telling. So we need to hear him. But due to the external sounds, it's actually masking.
okay
That's the
correct
masking.
correct judges correct
So the background noise killing.
so plus 10 for this I think sir want to ask something
Of masking. Physiology correct. What? What happens to the hearing tissue?
The hearing threshold actually increases. That's why we cannot hear the main sound.
so now question 2 so we are giving plus 10 so question 2 is what is impedance matching function timer has started
So what happens in there is when these sounds and sound is traveling from the external ear to the middle and internal ear, from the middle ear to the internal ear, the sound is traveling from our air medium to a fluid medium. So in that way, the activity is quite decreased. And to compensate for that decrease, we have two mechanisms. That is the electrical still have a mechanical advantage available mechanism, and also the decrease in the surface area of the temporary membrane and the overload. So that will actually prevent the damping of the sound from in the rest. It's 17 points, 1.34. It's 42 times.
Right. So plus 10, so plus 20. So both answers were correct. So impedance matching function is done by oscillator system, and as I have told that it is amplification, means force of sound is increased by how much time? 22 times. So now we will go to third. Third is A, right?
Just work's been pretty awful with either you and I were partners.
I know what's talking about.
But they're saying it's true.
So, having problems.
They're really good, but I'm looking you still owe me for last Friday. Really hard. Oh, I'm sorry. You're sorry about that. Slacker, this is Officer Braun.
Do you remember Anna Martinez?
Yeah. Yeah, it was sudden.
Mind taking a look at this?
The insulin in the system, it's double medication error, which is really rare.
We understand that you work with a Charlie Cup. Could you be involved in this?
Birds, like how cute your Vanessa is. Who's Vanessa? It's insulin in your system.
Still at 9 hospitals. 9.
Okay. No, the hospital would have done something.
You would think so.
Yeah. Do you remember working with someone named Charlie Cullen? Yeah. There was a rumor about him. They found insulin in the dead guy's sailing bag.
So this movie is based on the real events where male nurse, last benches are now audible, no? So male nurse working in various hospitals has murdered various patients using predominantly insulin drug. Initially you have seen a nurse, so that good nurse helps in police investigation and helps to punish him. So this was based on real events. So now team A, your question is explain action or mechanism of insulin on potassium level and time for its action. Your timer has started.
So the insulin decreases the plasma concentration of potassium by pumping it into the muscles. Okay. And the time for it would be within a few minutes of administration.
I can't give you marks. First was correct, time is within seconds. Okay, so I have told you that you should answer completely. Yes, agreed. So question 2, ready, team A? What are the ECG changes seen as a result of hyperkalemia? Your timer starts now.
Tall and peak TV.
Right. Only even if you are answering for this only one, that is also. Can you tell any other? Okay. Even if you take tall and peak T wave, it is okay. Broad QRS complex is there. Various types of arrhythmia may be seen. Tachycardia is there. So all these are the ECG changes. So for this they get 10 marks. 0 plus 10. See, they acts within second. In your various book, special chart is there. What are the actions within second, within minutes, and within. So that is why that was very important. So these are the ECG changes. Hypokalemia, hyperkalemia, everything is displayed. So ready? But now team B, right?
My name is Susanna Gaylor. I'm 21 years old, and here I am with my true job at the New York Post. Gross. Why are you smiling this early in the morning? It's unnatural, disgusting. You look ridiculous. Thursday night.
I know I will, it's like, what's going on?
I have my whole life in front of me. And I had absolutely no idea what was waiting for me. You're very late. You gotta get your ass in here. You're gonna miss the 10 o'clock. I feel so sick. My head hurts. My stomach hurts. My hands numb. I've never felt
We tested Susanna for every infectious disease. All of the results are negative. Another EEG, MRI is normal. Logical exam is normal. It's all normal.
her condition continues to regress. Manic behavior, paranoia. Each of them is giving us a different diagnosis. One is saying bipolar, next one is saying schizophrenic, the other is saying psychotic.
We should look at hospitals that are better equipped to deal with it.
We will find the answer.
You must be the famous Susanna. I know she's still in there. Time sensitive.
Has anybody seen this movie? So the story about various problems suffered by the character Susanna Caroline in the movie and how ultimate diagnosis of encephalitis is done. And this encephalitis was a form of anti-NMDA receptor encephalitis. So now your question related to this clip is, tell full form of NMDA receptors. Your time has started.
N-methyl aspartate,
N-methyl aspartate dehydrogenase. अरे आपने बोला ना N-methyl aspartate dehydrogenase. So NMDA is N-methyl aspartate. That is right. So we will give +10 for this. So dehydrogenase. So no, there is 0 marks. Wrong. I think in my mind it was moving so. I told N-methyl aspartate. Okay. So 0 marks. So now what is the second question? Okay, what is the role of NMDA receptor in long-term potentiation? Your timer starts now. Please say correctly, okay?
So in long-term potentiation, रिसेप्टर्स के थ्रू जब सोडियम एंटर करता है तो एनएमडीए जो होता है वो मैग्नीशियम से ब्लॉक होता है। तो जब लॉन्ग टर्म पोटेंशियल में सोडियम का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन बढ़ता है तो वो मैग्नीशियम को नॉक ऑफ कर देता है, तो जिसकी वजह से कैल्शियम का इन्फ्लक्स होता है, तो वो एक इंक्रीजेस एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ AMPA रिसेप्टर्स ऑल्सो।
So excellent, they have scored +10. Can you tell me what is the neurotransmitter it is? Glutamate. So right.
One correction is required. How block is removed?
Repulsion, electrodonation.
Block, how it is removed?
Electrical repulsion. Sodium positive charge, magnesium has also positive charge, so it repels magnesium out of it.
weighted at voltage diffusion. The depolarization is because of what?
Actually, ampere sector, there is an ampere sector, then glutamate acts on it, the sodium electrolyte.
We are giving you plus 10, don't worry. Here keyword was magnesium block. Okay, so in next question, that question, sir, which is asking that question might be there, so it will be useful for you there. So these are the various sequence of events which are occurring in long-term potentiation. I hope you know what are various terms: long-term potentiation, long-term depression, sensitization, habituation. All these are form of synaptic mechanism. All these are mechanism for synaptic. बताओ ना plasticity. Audience होमवर्क. So now team C. So I think you will laugh.
They said they'd fix it, but it didn't make any difference at all.
Well, sometimes stuff just make mistakes. Right. Once it's hard to fix it, easier.
All the time, go through 1 week.
Sure, easier, right?
Do I look like an idiot?
She'll be hired for all of us.
So anybody has seen Dr. House? No? So he is a famous actor. So team C, ready? So here, see, communication in patient is very important. So miscommunication will affect patient and indirectly it is going to affect doctor. You have seen how angry she was with Dr. House. So now your question is, team C, question is easy. This question is very easy. Please answer properly. Tell the area affected when patient does not understand what we speak. Timer has started. Specific area you have to tell.
Sensory speech area, that is
Tell. Yes, right. So we give you plus 10 for this. Judges, okay? So now question 2. So question 2 is, I will not say it is easy, but it might be easy also for you. Does lesion in representation hemisphere produce any defect in speech? If yes, tell the defect. Your timer has started.
Basically, there will be he will be speaking fluently, but the words which he will be speaking, they might not make any meaning. Wernicke's, because the Wernicke's speech area is affected, so the sensory means what the basically the speech will be fluent in the patient. Defect, but there will be a defect because
Wernicke's aphasia would be there with the patient.
Your answer is wrong. No, even if they tell now, you will not get, but still you can attempt.
Striking confabulation.
Okay, you have attempted any other participant? Any other participant you want to attempt?
Striking confabulation.
You want to attempt? Audience, you can attempt. Ishita? Huh? Dinesh? दिनेश कोई है? दिनेश? नहीं, विकास? मेरे को नाम याद नहीं रहता, आप सबको पता है, और रोल नंबर बोल नहीं सकता क्योंकि बहुत कम लोग हैं. अरे तो क्या डिफेक्ट है वो बताना है.
एग्जाम में करते तुम लोग.
He will not be able to find the right one.
एग्जाम में क्या करते तुम? वो नहीं कर पाए. बता दो जरा.
ठीक है, I think this question was difficult. Color of the speech is affected. जैसे मैंने ये means if you make the joke, he will not understand. So that is a defect. So whatever is that, no, that is not representational hemisphere. So all defect, what you were telling, it was mainly defect of that particular area in categorical hemisphere. Okay. So with this, by the time you are ready with the score, you can tell the score. Here 10 plus 0. Okay. So audience, are you ready? अभी तो भी फास्ट आंसर करो. स्कोर बता दे जो.
Scores after the round 4, that is the audio-visual round. The team A, the Dayanand Medical College team, has scored 10 points in this round, so they have a score of 35. Team B has also scored 10, so they have a score of 25. Team C, the UCMS Delhi team, Abhinav Vaibhav team, have scored 10, so they have a score of 20. Team B, Itansh and Satvik from UCMS Delhi has also scored 10 points, so they have a total score of 20. Team A, the East Kalyani team, has scored 20 points, so they have a total score of 40, so they have secured first position, and the second position, the team B and the team A are at the joint of second position, and the team C is at the third position right now.
Those who are behind, don't worry, still rounds are there. So audience, be ready. So now we will start. Should I start? कंटिन्यू पर जा ही नहीं रहा. अच्छा, एम्स रायबरेली पिक्चर में आ गया. So should I start? This video, okay, video is operating on your mobiles. वीडियो दिख रहा है कि नहीं तो मैं एंड में बताऊंगा. So I will tell it is pendular. See, अभी देखो. Okay. See how it is. So that was, I have already told you which type of knee jerk are that. Pendular knee jerk. Last 10 seconds. हो रहा है, दिख रहा है आपकी इसमें वीडियो? मोबाइल में दिख रहा है क्या? दिख रहा है ना? आंसर यही आ गई. But you should have used your common sense now. For this, Last 5 seconds. Still you are making mistake. So last question now. Identify the condition. So let's see who is the winner. Okay. So I will call Ruchi ma'am and Rachna ma'am. Rachna ma'am can you be? Okay, I will call Ruchi ma'am and Ragini ma'am to give the prize. So now I will call Professor for next round. Next round is clinical cases round.
And after the very entertaining audiovisual round, we have the clinical cases round. Basically, we are having to apply your physiology knowledge and the NMC norms, which says the early clinical exposure is important. We're starting with the first the rules, and we are with Team EA first. Round 5, so A, B, C, D, E is the 50. So in this, first the case history will be displayed. And if you get the case history question right, the maximum question that you can score from this is 20, out of which case history, if you get right, you get 10 points. For example, it would be diagnosed or justified. And if you're unable to answer, then I would give the answer to you. So you will get a hint for that for the second question. And the sub question for second, if you get it right completely, you get 10 marks. Part answers is marked as 0. And you're not expected to know the drugs. Pharmacology is not being taught to you. But you can tell the physiological or the non-pharmacological basis. In this, there is no negative marking and there is no passing. However, as Quizmaster, if I have the judges and Sandeep's this thing as non-competitive passing to encourage knowledge and for the audience which we have. Alright. So are we ready, Quiz?
Now
Team E, right?
Yes, sir.
This is from the video. So, okay, the first clinical problem, I'll read it out for you. A 36-year-old patient, Mr. ABC, who is known hypertensive, came with a complaint of easy fatigability since the last 1 month. Patients complain that he feels excessive tiredness, due to which he has to rest. After taking rest, there is feeling of freshness. However, tiredness resumes after certain duration of work. There is no complaint of weakness of any body part, particularly. The patient was showing ptosis. However, his general and clinical examination findings were normal. Patient was advised routine investigation like ECG, blood sugar, chest X-ray, complete blood count. All investigations were normal. Psychiatric assessment was normal. And patient was referred to the neurologist. You have enough time to think? I'm waiting for the question. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Identify the condition and justify. So the condition is myasthenia gravis. And can be justified by the fact that on what actually happens is there is a autoimmunity against the extent of receptors of the post-natal membrane. And it can be justified by the fact that on resting it will improve, and and on working it will decrease actually the condition that worsen.
You can put your hands together for it. The answer is right. We were expecting myasthenia gravis from Lambert-Eaton syndrome. Next question is, what is the physiological basis of the treatment considering your diagnosis? Any two. You have to mention the two bases, any two treatments and the physiological basis of the treatment.
Sir, for the physiological basis of treatment, acetylcholine esterase inhibitor should be given, like new statement, which will actually prevent the acetylcholine from breakdown, and it will accumulate the acetylcholine in the synaptic layer, which results in the
Second, your time is getting finished. Another one.
and sarcopenia or
Your time's up. Sorry, you went too long for the first one. You started taking that, or you started right?
Second.
So on over resting, the acetylcholine also accumulates. That's the same.
Resting. So that's not a treatment actually.
It should be neostimulant.
That is one basis. That is one. Any other would be right. You've given your time. Judges have given you the time.
So the receptor agonist can also be prescribed. So receptor agonist. Acetylcholine agonist.
That's not right. Okay, that's not the treatment of choice that is given. So the answers, you want to have this is a pass this thing. So because I said it will be a non-competitive pass, would anybody like to take a guess for another basis of treatment of myasthenia gravis? The audience is very good. Can you put your hands together for these? Got the mic, so then we go to the next question. So I'll give the answers out first for the visual learners who are here, so that you can read out. Myasthenia gravis or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, they got it right. And because it improved on rest, it was myasthenia gravis, Lambert-Eaton versus non-rest, but you were giving you the benefit of doubt if you would mention any of these. And for myasthenia gravis, as you have rightly pointed out, neostigmine and physiostigmine and pyridostigmine is given because that's an acetylcholine inhibitor and increases the acetylcholine concentration in the phlegm. And as Team A has also rightly said, immunosuppressants, also plasmapheresis or thymectomy is given. I'm not sure why acetylcholine agonists, so the theory seems right, is not given for this diagnosis, which I will choose. Shall we move on to the next? Clinical problem 2, I'll read it out to you, so you can read it at your own pace also. A recently recruited 24-year-old Miss XYZ, originally from Mumbai, has been posted in the AIIMS post office, which is the world's highest post office. Excited to join the duty for the first time, she immediately reported the duty. However, on the day 1, she complained of breathlessness, nausea, and vomiting. There is no history of fever, cough. Respiratory rate, however, was 30 breaths per minute. Other general and systemic examination was normal. Are you ready for your question, teammate? What is the cause of her symptoms and justification?
So since the patient was living at sea level and now she came at a very high altitude where she's suffering from acute mountain sickness. For her reasons, she hasn't been given enough time to acclimatize to the situation. Her erythropoiesis has not increased, the levels of BPG haven't changed in her blood levels. Hence, there's pulmonary congestion and she feels cough.
You got the answer right, except for one thing. She was given enough time, but because of her excitement, she joined up with the Okay, so you can clap for them. They got the right answer. That's +10 for them. The second part of this question. In addition to the descent to the lower altitude, these patients are also advised carbonic anhydrase inhibitor. How this drug helps in this condition?
since in this case we're giving a carbonic anhydrase inhibitor, hence carbon dioxide won't be able to be released from bicarb, hence hypercapnia won't occur and stimulation of the further effects won't take place. The chemoreceptor symptoms won't take place.
Is it related to carbon dioxide or bicarb? Judges, can you just repeat what you just said? Carbonic anhydrase inhibitor.
So bicarb won't be broken down into carbon dioxide. You're saying hypercapnia won't occur?
Hypercapnia won't occur.
Not mechanism, how the guy helps. That was the
Carbon dioxide concentration would increase, which would stimulate the receptors, the chemoreceptors.
No, we can't do it.
No. The answer is that, she, as you rightly first pointed out, that she had enough time, did not take enough time to acclimatize, and therefore suffered from acute mountain sickness, which is the diagnosis, and therefore suffered from pulmonary edema. Would anybody like to answer from this group as to why, what is the physiological basis, the pharmacological basis of carbonic anhydrase?
To prevent alkalosis.
All right, because it increases the bicarbonate content. That's right. So alkalosis. So basically, carbonic anhydrase helps to increase the bicarbonate concentration, and it reduces therefore the CSF formation. We can also give calcium channel blockers, which basically prevents the pulmonary edema by lowering the pulmonary artery pressure. And also glucocorticoids is given in high dosage. Shall we go to the next team, Team B? For the general knowledge, Sikkim is a place, can you guess where? It's not in Sikkim. It's in Himachal Pradesh. Okay? In a short of time, I'll ask you to Google it. And in this place, there is no internet connection, and it's in a totally different world. We're still working on letters and all, because there's no mobile, no internet connection. And you can just go there and isolate yourself and live in solitude. Not lonely, but alone. Be alone, right? So you go to the next. Are you ready? Okay. A 7-year-old male came with complaints of swelling over the face since the last 15 days. On examination, swelling was also observed all over the body. His dietary history was not suggestive of malnutrition. The patient was advised some basic investigation. Complete blood count, leukocyte counts were increased. Urine examination showed proteinuria grade 4. If you have noted down the positive symptoms, can we, one of the questions? Team B, are you ready? What is the cause of the swelling in this patient? Specified. Sorry.
As there is proteinuria, the osmotic pressure will reduce, so the plasma will filter out and will come out in the face and will lead to adulteration.
That's right. That's right. Clap for them, please. They got it right. So, for proteinuria, you said the osmotic pressure basically decreases and it comes out of these. The next question. Considering 290 milliosmoles per liter as normal osmolarity, how much portion is contributed by protein? Does they play a major role in fluid movement? Please justify. Start your answer, otherwise
2 to 3%.
Person.
What's portion?
Can you answer in milliosmoles? Easier.
5 to 6 milliosmoles.
And can you justify? Answer is not that, but can you just justify?
I'm sorry, this is.
Okay. See, I'm going to give out this answer. I'm not going to pass this unless somebody wants to take this. The answer is 2 milliosmoles per liter, and the reference is from Ginong, 26th edition. The interstitial fluid compartment is separated from the capillaries by endothelium, and the main difference is the content of the proteins between the two compartments. And because of the difference of the proteins, that is how that it affects the fluid movement by based on equilibrium. Shall we move to the next question? Can you pass the mic? See, I do the mic. Are you ready? Okay. A 34-year-old female came with the complaints of decreased hearing on the right side since the last 15 days. There is history of mucus discharge from the right ear since the last 7 days. There is no history of fever. General and systemic examination was normal. She underwent Rennie's and Weber's tests whose results are as follows. Rennie's is negative on the right side, but it is positive on the left side. Weber's test is lateralized to the right ear. Are you ready for your question? The question is, identify the condition of the right ear based on the above test and justify. You have to diagnose and justify.
Basically, the conduction deafness is happening just because the Weber's test is being lateralized to the right ear. So it means that because there is masking of the environmental noise and moreover in the Rennie's test it's negative, so the bone conduction isn't happening. So we can just
bone conduction. Rennie's is negative. Bone conduction doesn't happen.
No. In the Rennie's test, basically, first we take a tuning fork and we put it on the mesh rod process and we put it on the air, and normally the air conduction is greater than the bone conduction, and so as the Rennie's test is coming out to be negative, so it means the air conduction in that ear is not being greater than the bone conduction.
That's right. That's right. So can you give them the benefit? Yeah, please. Can you please clap for them? You got it right. I would please suggest that one of you answer, okay, and not both of you, because that creates a confusion. Okay. The second part of this question is what finding you will get if the patient is having right-sided sensory neural deafness. I am looking for what will happen to the Rennie's test and what will happen to the Weber's test.
So basically, the Rennie's test will be happening still because in the sensory neural deafness, the inside the pathway from the ear is not working, so the air conduction is still be greater than the bone conduction in that case.
And what about the Weber's?
So Weber's test basically it happens to the masking of the environmental noise, and in this condition, as the sensory neural deafness is it will be normal, not normal. It will not be normal.
What do you mean it will be normal but not be normal?
It won't be like.
Sorry, I can't. We're not having a discussion for 0 marks for this. Please, you have to be clear on it, and we're not having a class or a discussion. So it's just one type answer, which was the rules will be made first. So you had initially though answered very rightly. The Rennie's test is negative, as bone conduction is better than air conduction, and Weber's test goes to the right ear. So therefore, it is conductive deafness on that side. In sensory neural deafness, the answer that we were looking for is that Rennie's test is positive on the right side, positive on the left side, and Weber's test gets lateralized abnormalities to the normal ear, left ear. Okay? So, normal but not abnormal is slightly difficult to understand. And we were looking for lateralized to the left ear. Okay? So, can we move on to the next? We are actually short of time, so we're moving slightly faster. Alright. On that note, I'll let you know that I'm also from UCMS, the alumni that I passed out from UCMS. So, okay. Fine. So I was teaching there for a long time Okay, not pastor from Ranchi, but teaching the physiology, at least I MD from physiology. This is the question. We're not starting the timer.
Not question.
We're going to the next team. Question team. What is the problem? They're ready. Yeah, so I will know the issue was. Shall we start with the question? This is the next problem.
Next problem.
A 1 month old male infant born with a weight of 3 kg was brought to the OPD. One day after vaccination with a complaint of excess crying since 1 day and low grade fever. Baby was examined. In CNS examination, Babinski's sign was present. Other examination findings with a normal limit. So he's come for vaccination and then he had Babinski sign positive after the vaccination. Okay, so the questions. What is the cause of Babinski sign in this patient being positive? Just
Timer.
I think the students at the back there.
No counting.
The baby's corticospinal tracts aren't myelinated yet, so the Babinski sign will be positive.
I
So it's a normal
you got it right. Yeah. Normal response. Okay. Plus 10 for them. Next question. What is Babinski's sign? And tell its root value. You need to get both right.
Timer.
So the Babinski sign is a superficial plantar reflex where the movement of a object, blunt object on the plantar surface causes the flaring of the toes when it's positive. The root value. S2, S3.
I'm sorry, but two things on there. You started with the procedure rightly partly, but flaring means redness actually. Flaring of the big toe, little toe, small toe, 1 point. S2, S3 is not the right one. It's L5 and S1. So that completes our round. So can you please tell us the score and hand over the mic to Dr. Sandhi? Can you please clap for Dr. Sandhi who's organized the competition?
Scores of the round 5 and the clinical case, that is team A with the 10 points in this round, so they have total score of 55. Team B, using Derry, Raga and Anyas, had a score 10 points, they have a score of 45. Team C, Abhinav and Vaibhav, using as Derry's team, has scored 10, so they have a total score of 30. And Team D, also not using as Jerry Ram and Satvik's team, had scored 10 points, so they have a total score of 30. Team E, the AIIMS Kalyani's team, has scored 10 points, so they have a total score of 50 and they are currently running first. And the second position teams are together, the Team E and the Team A, the Team B, Raghav and Anya's team, using as Delhi, and the Team A from the Dayanand Medical College, both are into the second position.
And one thing I want to tell you that if there is a tie between two teams, so your ranking is already decided based on your previous score. So that will go. Okay, there will be no further one. Audience ready? In the meantime, if you want to take break, washroom, you can. If you want to go. Yeah, so I am starting, okay? Answer fast. Next question, answer fast. No, last. Please see properly. Don't be in a hurry. By seeing photo, this photo is given in Guyton as a diagram of Cushing syndrome. But if you don't do investigation, means आप बाहर जाओ ऐसे टेस्ट कितने लोगों के रहेंगे, so it can be any of the above. Let's see who is the topper. So 3 हो गए. नमन.
पार्टिसिपेंट को ब्रेक चाहिए तो देना था. हाँ देगा तो समोसा
Now I will call Avinash sir and Varun sir to present the prize, audience prize. मोहित का सेकंड प्राइज है. मोहित तीसरा क्वेश्चन तुम्हारा गलत था या सही था?
लेने की बात
नेक्स्ट ईयर क्वालिफाई करोगे क्या? नहीं, अगर इस साल पास फेल हो जाएंगे तो मिलेंगे.
Now almost second last round. We are towards the now ends of the round. After this question will be asked. That will be rapid fire round will be there. So now we are starting with the round 6. So I think team A. So some facts will be told, followed by two sub questions. And this here, that question will be related to that facts only. And there are again maximum 20 points, two sub question. Again, even if you are not telling properly, 0 marks. It is either all or none loss, 0 or 10. So 30 seconds, again no negative marking, no passing. So ready team A? So this is mainly focused on signaling mechanism. Okay. So G protein activation is one of the important mechanism by which chemical messenger act. Heterotrimeric G protein receptor are also called as 7 helix or serpentine receptor. I hope all of you know this. And G protein are going to bind to these receptors. So your question is, name the site of G protein coupled receptor to which intracellular G protein binds. And your time starts now.
So the alpha subunit.
No, wrong. Alpha subunit is part of G protein. No? So your next question, I will be telling answer. Next question is not related to this. So next question is, when G protein bind to receptor, after G protein bind to receptor, certain steps are taking place. Following steps are jumbled. Now you have to arrange all these steps in proper sequence. Okay, so these are the steps. See carefully. Now I am starting the timer.
BDAC.
BDAC. So I will check first and then. So first I will be answering first. It is 5-6 cytoplasmic loops, so that is wrong. And proper sequence is B, C, D, A. So your was wrong. So you get 0 marks for this. So here we have shown, see, this is G protein binding site. And these are the various steps. Okay, now we can't discuss because of lack of time. So we will go to team B. Ready, team B? So again, G protein can act on various enzymes. These enzymes ultimately stimulates various protein to produce various effects. So your question is, G protein stimulates or act on, you have to tell the name of enzyme to convert PIP2 to fill in the blanks. So these three you have to tell. Your timer has started.
Is it tyrosine kinase, PIP2 to IPG and that tyrosine?
No, it is not tyrosine kinase. It is phospholipase C, which acts on PIP2 to convert IPG to DH. So you get 0 marks for this. Okay. So now next question. So DAG activates which protein or enzymes, and where is this DAG located? I hope you know full form of DAG, diacylglycerol. So that is your question, and your timer has started.
Protein kinase C.
Full
And sorry.
full answer.
Protein kinase C and DAG जो होता है वो plasma membrane में, cellular membrane से.
Okay, I think we will give plus 10 to them. So 0 plus 10. So you have right. So this was the wrong first portion. But second was correct. DAG activates protein kinase C and it is present in the plane of membrane. Right? So this is it. Team C, ready? So one of the pathway by which various neurotransmitter act is through catalytic receptor. And one of these is receptor tyrosine kinase. So your question is, name any hormones or neurotransmitter acting through tyrosine kinase receptor. Minimum 2, right? Timer has started.
Insulin?
1. Dopamine. Wrong. Insulin was correct, but for dopamine it is incorrect. So you have to give 2. I have told initially only. So it is insulin, various growth factors. Okay. So that are there. So no worry. Next question is, ready for next question? When the ligand bind to this receptor, for example, you have told insulin, when insulin bind to this receptor, what are the immediate next 2 steps which occurs? Your timer has started.
Basically, when the insulin bind to the tyrosine kinase receptor, there are 2 subunits, alpha and beta. The beta subunit will.
What are the steps which are occurring in this receptor? Don't explain about insulin structure. 2 steps which occur in that receptor.
You read the question.
Sir, actually, suppose insulin is a ligand, first it will bind to the receptor binder site, which is located on the tyrosine. Basically, it will bind to the receptor, and there is a tyrosine kinase which will be means it will be doing the phosphorylated effects, or it will be involved in the JAK-STAT pathway.
No, I can't give you marks. So here you have to tell straight away what are the changes occurring in the receptor. So first was dimerization, that is step number 1 in the receptor, and next is autophosphorylation.
Partly correct. Na?
See, you are telling everything partly correct. In initial round also you have made a similar mistake. Dimerization you have to tell properly. And insulin, just I have given example. So for this you get 0 marks. See, insulin is there, epidermal growth factor is there, PDGF is there, monocyte colony stimulating factor is there, IGF-1 is there. You have to think of insulin, you should have think of IGF. Now, means all growth factors are there, and immediate is receptor dimerization and autophosphorylation. So this is MAPK pathway, and this is step 1, and this is step 2. Other steps are there. Okay. So signaling mechanism 4. Ready, team D? So in the ear, receptor mainly get activated through activation of hair cells, and these hair cells may get activated by various stimuli, which may be sound, gravity, or acceleration. So your question is, how does depolarization occurs in these hair cells? So here you have to fill in the blanks. Cation channels in the hair cells are attached via, and which on stretch open these channels to permit entry of what? Answer, specific answer is needed.
The first blank is stippling.
Yes.
And the second would be potassium. Potassium.
Okay. So for this we will give plus 10. Along with potassium, is there any other? Okay, no problem. So next question. When we take the hair cell in the hearing mechanism, which are the primary hair cells receptors? Okay, whether it is outer hair cells or inner hair cell. And if primary hair cells is any one of these, then what is the function of any other cell? Question is clear?
The first part of the question, the answer should be inner
Yes.
hair cells.
Huh?
Inner hair cells.
Inner hair cells.
And,
Answer completely.
and the second part of the question would be sound localization.
Yes.
Outer hair cells function sound localization.
I think we should give them sound localization. No, not sound localization. Sorry, it is not sound localization. First part is correct, second part is not correct, so 0 marks. It is related to amplitude and clarity of the sound. Okay? It is increasing amplitude and clarity of the sound. You know, outer hair cell is having special protein. Anybody know what is the protein which are present in outer hair cell? Jaldi batao, audience. Yes, prestin. So as a result of that, it is helping in that. So this was your correct. So inner hair cells was correct. So outer hair cell is increasing clarity and amplitude. इसका नाम specially लिखा है fine tuning function. In your Ganok, this term is mentioned. So this is a prestin present in outer hair cell. Team 5, team E ready? So listen your question to properly. Okay, before that, do you know what is the flavor?
Yes, sir.
What is flavor?
Flavor is how we perceive of certain chemical added.
So in flavor, does taste matter or smell matter? So in flavor, taste also matters, smell also matter. किसी को इतना तीखा चाहिए रहता है कि पूरा पानी आ जाए. So all that contribute to flavor. Even pain receptor gets stimulated sometimes. So in perception of smell, signal transduction mechanism play important role. When we say the flavor of food, it is just not the taste, smell also operates in parallel. So now your question is, tell the specific transduction mechanism which get activated when odorant bind to receptor. Now we have easier your job. So odorant bind to which protein to stimulate which enzyme to produce which what to produce which effect. All you have to fill. Timer has started.
ज्यादा नहीं है 1 2 3 4 4 में से 3 भी दिया तो चलेगा
हाँ ठीक है.
So the odorant will bind to the odorant receptor of the G2 receptor to affect the nucleus to stimulate the enzyme to produce physiological to it will cause physiological effects.
No, answer is non-specific. I can't give you marks. So some was correct. G protein was correct, but other was not correct. So we will be going to that answer. So we will move to next question. What is the function of periglomerular cell or granule cell in the smell perception? Both have same function. Olfactory pathway एक ही function है दोनों का, okay?
So the function can be lateral inhibition, which will actually localize the sound and the smell.
Okay. So they have rightly said that they are causing lateral inhibition. It was very specific answer. By lateral inhibition, we can focus on olfactory signals.
0 plus 10.
0 plus 10 is right. So now we will move to audience round. That is the last audience round. Okay.
So the scores of the round 6 transduction round, the team A, the Diana Medical College team has scored 0, so their total score would be 45. The team B, UC Nazari Raghav and Nina's team had scored 10 points. Their total score would be 55. Team C, Abhinav and Raghav's UC Nazari's team has scored 0, so their total score would be 30. Team D is Ansh and Sarvik's team, UC Nazari's team has scored 10 points, so their total score would be 40. And the team E, the Neems Kalyani's team has scored 10 points, so their total score would be 60. So currently the first position is by team E, the Neems Kalyani with a score of 60. The second position is by UC Nazari Raghav and Nina's team by 55 points. And the team A, the Diana Medical College team, is by the point 45.
You can give them in writing because you can decide your strategy for rapid fire round because it is a negative marking round. So means sometimes who is leading they can decide their strategy how to operate in that round. इनको फिर बता याद है ना सबको? You can write somewhere. So ready? Should I start? I'm starting, okay? रैपिड फायर किससे स्टार्ट होगा? बी से ना?
What is this? Muscle contraction?
All are done.
Muscle contraction?
हाँ
तो किया तो muscle contraction?
हाँ सर
Contraction?
हाँ. So we will see who is on the top. Yes, Katappa. You have got so nice hairstyle. I will call Rachna ma'am and Sunil sir to present audience prize. Sunil sir.
So the last round is the rapid fire round, and the rules are a bit different for this. You have maximum 50 points, right? There are 10 questions, 7 are true and false, and 3 are either one word or fill in the blanks, right? Then 5 points for each correct answer, and negative marking of 2 points for each incorrect answers. Past question carry 0 points, but these past questions, kindly listen to me. Okay, these past questions can be attempted if time is left out of your 90 seconds. It cannot be passed to next team. Okay, pass means you didn't attempted them, and you can attempt it at the end if time permits. Yes, your own questions. Fine. And you are supposed to answer loudly and clearly. Additionally, your partner can also mark answers in the sheet provided. Clear? And you have to first convey who is answering from the team.
हाँ, आप क्या बोल रहे थे? आपका डाउट था ना? पास क्वेश्चन मीन्स अगर आपने कुछ क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट नहीं किया तो हम अगर टाइम बचता है तो वापस उस पे बात आ जाएगी. हाँ बोलो.
You can be attempt. Yes. Yes, I'll again answer. You have to jot down which you are left. नहीं, you have to answer it simultaneously. हाँ, उस मोमेंट में अगर आपको नहीं आ रहा है, you can say pass. You will note it down. I will also note it down, and you can re-attempt it if the time permits for your duration. ठीक है? It will not be passed to next team. हाँ, this is for your assurance that you have marked it correctly. I won't be able to mark because I'm not. When it's marked.
Ma'am, if someone passed, it will go to the next team.
नहीं, won't be. Yes, you will be re-attempting. If suppose you have completed in 1 minute, 30 seconds are left. Right? So we have to start with which team?
Team B.
I won't be able to mark which is left.
No, team B. आपको you have to tell the number, okay? कि कौन सा आपको you want answer or past question, okay? So when you are ready, just say ready. So 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, and then time of with window will pop up. So ready?
Ready?
Before starting, participants get ready. Moderator get ready. Scorer get ready. You have your pencil and pen?
Who will be answering? She. Right.
Ma'am, ready?
Yeah.
Start.
Okay. Hydrated ion size of sodium is smaller compared to that of potassium. Correct. A band size remain constant during contraction. Correct. Aortic pressure remain decreased compared to left ventricle throughout the systole. Atonic bladder is caused by destruction of sensory nerve. Correct. Crude touch sensation is carried by dorsal column. Correct. Total lung capacity can be measured by spirometry. Correct. Water content of the liver bile is higher compared to gallbladder bile. Which mechanism is known as last ditch stand? In left ventricular hypertrophy, QRS axis would be deviated to ECF as milieu interior term was introduced by correct. Which mechanism is known as last ditch stand? Pushing twister.
Correct.
Correct. Aortic pressure remains decreased compared. Okay. So they have how many correct? You have 7 correct and 2 unattempted. 3 unattempted.
35. No negative.
Okay. Team C, right?
Ready? Madam, ready?
Yeah.
Start.
Third heart sound is produced in the phase of arterial systole.
False.
Correct. Warm saline pouring on sinus venosus in frog's heart will increase heart rate but decrease force of contraction.
True.
Correct. Under physiological condition, Q wave is never recorded in V1.
Pass.
Negatively charged molecules are filtered more easily than positively charged molecules.
False.
Correct. Diffusion coefficient of carbon dioxide is more compared to helium.
False.
Incorrect. Hormonal control of calcium is the first line of defense in calcium homeostasis.
Pass.
Axial portion of body lie in the intermediate zone of cerebellum.
True.
Incorrect. According to strength duration curve, unit of excitability is BP regulatory mechanism with infinite gain is
Pass.
major cation in ECF is
Potassium.
incorrect. Reattempt what you have got. If according to strength duration curve, unit of excitability is
Time up.
so what they are attempted in
Correct 3 options and they have incorrected 3 and they have unattempted 4.
ठीक है 3 correct 3 incorrect and 4
6. 9.
Okay, so team D, are you ready?
Ready? Start.
ATP plays role in contraction as well as relaxation of skeletal muscle. Correct. Right atrial pressure is more than left ventricular pressure in diastole. Incorrect. Graded potential shows the property of propagation. Correct. If husband is Rh negative and wife is Rh positive, then there is no risk of erythroblastosis fetalis to baby.
True.
Correct. Chromosome makeup of primary spermatocyte is 22Y.
False.
Correct. Oral or IV glucose is having the same effect on insulin release.
False.
Correct. Cell membrane is formed during exocytosis.
False.
Incorrect. If any agent is constricting efferent blood vessels, then it will dash GFR.
Increase.
Correct. One intermediate BP regulation mechanism is peroxisome is believed to be formed by budding from
Golgi body.
incorrect. Reattempt.
9.
One intermediate BP regulatory mechanism. Intermediate BP regulatory mechanism.
Barrel circuit.
Incorrect.
Intermediate.
How many correct? Six correct and 4 incorrect. Right? Keep going.
बिल्कुल आ जाओ सर, इसीलिए कॉल कर रहे थे। आ जाइए सर, LT4।
So team E, are you ready?
Okay, thank you sir.
Ready? Start.
Right ventricular pressure increases from 0 to 80 mmHg during isovolumetric contraction.
False.
Correct. Sinus arrhythmia is a physiological condition where heart rate increase during inspiration.
True.
Correct. Diagnosis and treatment of hypothyroidism in early stage can prevent mental retardation.
True.
Correct. Zona glomerulosa releases predominantly cortisol.
False.
Correct. Retrograde amnesia is seen after hippocampal lesion.
False.
Correct. Smooth muscle in blood vessels shows the property of stress relaxation.
True.
Correct. Caudate circuit in basal ganglion is responsible for cognitive control of movement.
Pass.
If glucose concentration is 1 gram per liter, then amount of glucose filtered per day is
0.
incorrect. In ECG recording, ideally no current flow occurs at the end of
QRS.
correct. Predominant ions contributing to genesis of RMP.
Potassium.
Correct. Reactive. Okay. Next correct and incorrect.
9 out of 10 out of 9. They got 8 correct and 1 incorrect.
8 correct, 1 incorrect.
Final round. Ready?
Okay.
Start.
Diffusion occurs with the help of carrier.
False.
Acetylcholine channel in end plate permit entry of sodium, potassium and calcium. Vagal fibers are equally distributed to atria and ventricle.
False.
Correct. In atrial flutter, one side of atria contract and other side relax.
Pass. Pass.
In descending limb of vasa recta, solute diffuse from vasa recta to interstitium. Anemia is associated with decreased cardiac output to interstitium.
False.
Correct. In physiological shunt, BP ratio is below normal. Neurotransmitter released by sympathetic vasodilator system. Maximum percentage of blood is present in if heart rate is 100 beats per minute, then duration of cardiac cycle is acetylcholine channel in end plate permits entry of sodium, potassium and calcium.
False.
Incorrect. Next. In atrial flutter, one side of atria contract and other side relax.
Time.
How many times? Oh. 2 correct and 1 incorrect. 8 marks. 8.
So now we will take 5 minutes for the result preparation.
Audience question नहीं
नहीं हो गया एक कर रहा है संदीप तब तक एक राउंड कर लो ऑडियंस मैट अवेलेबल है
6 राउंड हो गए उसको लगा करना
पार्टिसिपेट तो किया ऑडियंस राउंड वीडियो राउंड कर देते ऑडियो विजुअल लेके दिखा दे
ठीक है ऑडियो विजुअल दिखा दे
हां दिखा दे एक अपना विदाउट में रखे थे ऑडियो विजुअल में बहुत हां
I will show one audio visual round, okay, which
has to enjoy.
this clip we have just shown for entertainment, and some related question was asked. Like question to them was, this was we have shown clip of movie Pathan and chemistry between Tiger and Pathan is displayed. So here question to team A was, there are various variety of nociceptors. So we have asked them full form of ERPA1 receptor. These are the new types of nociceptors. So that question was one. Another question to them was, what are the various theories for referred pain with example. Other clips are also there, but since there is short of time, we will not do it. So the result is ready.
So in a question that we were previously given 0 with checking KG Tripathi had answer comes out immediately there.
What?
Related to GPCR signaling. The sequence of events ABCD, the question had 4 of and then we have to arrange them in sequence.
But I have also shown
BCD diagram.
With diagram we have shown. Boron is one of the reference textbook. And we have shown picture also is there. We have checked the answer many times.
No, we are also checking KG Tripathi, sir. No, we are checking KG Tripathi, not the rate.
Not a standard textbook for pharmacology or physiology. Goodman Gilman में देखा हो. Are you? Goodman Gilman he said we will give you the marks. Just even if you get 10 marks, he may make 18 marks. So it will not make a difference to the rating. Let's not try to make it.
I think AIIMS हो गया free और UCI में बता तीन में कर
Raja, you like rock? अभी अभी राजू को
नहीं होता टीवी का नाम बताइए टीवी का नाम
ये बात समझिए
So this brings us to the end of the physiology competition, and as everyone knows, how the history round had many sleeping in the beginning. They picked themselves up in the recent advances group in the round, and finally, when they went back to calculations, that's where their math was weak. So this shows this career choice was actually good for them. So proceeding with which clinical cases, audiovisual, everyone played really well. And as the rapid fire round was a make it or break it, this is where the teams finally came out victorious, which we will be saying out shortly. But before this, we would also like to welcome the guests who have just arrived. Firstly, I'd like to call upon Dr. Rajesh Manik sir. And I'll like to call upon Dr. Balthaman, HOD, Professor and HOD Anatomy Department. And I would like to call upon Santosh sir for a floral welcome. Ma'am, please. Thank you, Ma'am, is the officiating director of today's competition. Thank you, ma'am. I next call upon Dr. Rajesh Manik sir to please come up on stage. And can I have Dr. Rajiv Achankar sir to welcome you with the floral welcome. Thank you so much, sir. And last but not least,
I would ask Santosh sir to welcome our Deputy Director Administration, Colonel Ajit Kumar, Dr. Colonel Ajit Kumar.
So it's all right. Can you please come on stage to address the competition? You will not put us on the spot.
Dr. Bajwa, Dr. Malik, honorable faculty members, participants, and staff present here. It's an honor to be here addressing such kind of gathering, and the participants who very eagerly and very keenly participated. I believe participants from different teams have come here to participate in such kind of event. It's very heartening to see all of them here. It's good for Bhopal, and such kind of enthusiasm has been infused by such kind of gathering. That's very heartening. And my best wishes to all of you. And I believe results are going to be announced very soon. So, waiting for that moment to know who is going to be winner. Thank you.
Bhagavan, and can you please come on stage? Please address the gathering.
A warm good evening and welcome to all the participants. Though I'm a little disheartened not to see an AIIMS Bhopal team sitting in one of the final rounds, but I just want to congratulate all those who have come and participated and reached this until this point. And a big round of applause to the team Physiology. Faithfully, they're conducting this national quiz year after year. And as you all know, quizzing is a way of competitively increasing your knowledge. And so it's nice to see that. And someday I hope that we can have a combined anarchism and biochem quiz sometime. It's been in my dream for a long time now. So we should plan it sometime. And best wishes to all the teams and also to the Department of Physiology. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And last but not least, without Dr. Rajesh Malik sir addressing the podium, we do not have official name raised. Thank you.
At the outset, thanks for calling me here. The in-charge director, Professor Bhartaman, PDA, head of the Department of Physiology and Faculty members, and the team. What I got to know was there were 87 teams which participated, and you are the lucky 5. And for me and for all of us, you are all the winners. So whosoever wins is not, you can imagine the kind of exercise you have done using your mind, brain, and your physical and every strength of yours to reach up to this level. That reflects not only on your efforts, but on your institution efforts also, who have groomed you and brought you to this level. So I have 3 views from UCMS, 1 from Ludhiana, and 1 from AIIMS Kalyan. So congratulations to your institute and to you for being present here and representing your institution at this platform. And it speaks volumes about your training which goes on there. And whosoever wins, the others are not losers, they are all winners. A bit about my physiology department. We have excellent faculty out here, and that got reflected in the film clip which I just showed. So, Shah Rukh Khan, and I wish I had teachers like this when I was a student. I wish I was taught with these visuals, because my visual memory is supposedly very strong, and I would have been a distinction holder in physiology had I had such wonderful teachers who use film clips to make me understand physiology. So congratulations to the department and hats off to your efforts. And may you continue doing such kinds of wonderful exercises and encouraging students to demonstrate their skills and achieve laurels not only for themselves but for their alma mater. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, sir. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the marks, the points are up, and before we start, we will start with fifth position, the team which has placed fifth. And for that, I'd like to call upon Dr. Richina and Dr. Ratina to present them with the certificate. Right, so in fifth place, we have UCMS Delhi, the team of Abhinav Gautam and Vaibhav Singla with the points 39 points. Can I please call upon Ratina?
Sir, I would request Bertha ma'am, DDS sir, and Dr. Rajesh Malik sir to please come up with this. So they all deserve.
Congratulations, UCMS Delhi, the team of Abhinav Gautam and Vaibhav Singla. In fourth position, we have Dayanand Medical College, Ludhiana, the team of Pooja Jindal and Karanveer Singh with points of 53 points.
Team performed very well all through the rounds, but somehow they couldn't score in rapid fire round, but well done.
Thank you. Now, third position goes to UCMS Delhi, the team of Gitansh Mittal and BTS Tarpit with points of 62.
Among the 87 teams who participated online, we had top 3 from UCMS, New Delhi, and then AIIMS Kalyani, and AIIMS Guwahati was also there, but they didn't came up, and then we have the Dayanand Medical College from Ludhiana.
Congratulations to the second runners-up. Moving on to the first runners-up, we have the team again from UCMS Delhi, the team of Raghav Gupta and Ananya Chatterjee with points of 90.6. Well done. And that leaves us with the winners of today's fourth edition of the UG Physiology competition. The team of Om Nanda and Shamik Saha from AIIMS Kalyani. Responsible.
This team has a persistent performance all through the rounds, and they had excellent performance in the rapid fire round. The team effort was very nice for them.
This team was actually this team ने पैसे पहले भर दिए लेकिन फॉर्म भरने के भूल गए थे तो फिर आखिरी में उनके सर का फोन आया कि सर ये टीम फॉर्म भरने भूल गई और एक बताता हूँ जो ऑनलाइन राउंड था ना हमारा सेकंड क्विज उसमें भी एम्स कल्याणी की जो एक लड़की थी दैट वाज सेम he was just forgetted to but he was also fifth in that
But he had reserved their position by paying.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I'd like to call upon Dr. Sandeep, sir, for giving the vote of thanks.
So thanks. Finally, we have come to an end of our quiz. I hope all participants, not only participants, audience have also enjoyed the quiz. Enjoyed quiz? I hope you have learned. I have been repeatedly requesting you to participate so that it will important. Ultimately, all these questions was important for you only. So, I would like to thank our Honorable Director Sir, Honorable Director Sir, because he was very busy, because of which he could not attend, but he is been encouraging and motivating us for all the round. Today, Dr. Bartha ma'am has devoted his time and come to encourage, to felicitate our students. Thanks, ma'am. My heartfelt gratitude to Malik sir, Dean Academics, Deputy Director Administration Ajit Kumar sir. Thank you, sir. You have motivated all the students. And then I would also like to thank Biochemistry Department, because ultimately they have done schedule adjustment, and like Anatomy Department was telling today that I want to club with Physio Biochem. Like this idea of conducting quiz was initiated because of Pharmacology and Forensic Medicine Department, because these two departments were the first department we have started. And from that we have started and we have been conducting it regularly. Then I would like to thank my faculty members, because you are seeing all these questions, but doing review of all these questions is very painstaking task. So all faculty have devoted a lot of their time, because they were sitting almost 2 hours, lunch ke liye late ja rahe the, but still they have devoted their time. So thanks to all faculty members, including our residents, including our PG, including our tutors. Not only that, our staff all have supported wholeheartedly. Then thanks to our IT department, this event is YouTube live. So I will thank to Kanuji. He has given, not only it is not YouTube live, you are seeing on the board display, you are seeing on the website. It is only possible because of that, because of them only. PR cell have helped us a lot. Raja has also helped us a lot in all LT4 arrangement. And most importantly, our participants, they have traveled a lot, like AIIMS Kalyani, they have traveled throughout the way. I think coming Atikon is at AIIMS Kalyani. I hope we will see you there. So I think, so that's all from my side, and please join us for the tea. Okay? I would request all for group photo. Okay, please come all faculties and participants, audience also.
I believe the organizer has his last say in the vote of thanks, but I would also like for everyone to give a big round of applause to the organizer for the 4th year running to Dr. Transduction.